What's good, y'all? Marion Gates, also known as Phenomenon. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, like, and if you really enjoy my content, share it.
There was that saying, what, you spent like $1 million on your body or something.
Man, I don't know where the hell that shit came from.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very fair assessment.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
But I mean, listen, man, I do take care of my body, but I have no idea where the amount of money came from. But I do invest in my body for sure, you know, trying to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
What do you mean by that?
Obviously, a lot of soft tissue work, a lot of massages, a lot of hyperbaric chambers, ice tubs, ice baths. Whatever I can do to continue to play at this level, man, I'm going to continue to do it.
And it's about time this myth got debunked. I said this in a previous video, that did not make any sense. It does not cost that much money to get your body in shape. Tom Brady played till he was 45 years old. So I don't want to hear, well, it's different because these are athletes. How you gonna say? No. Anybody in the fitness world knows that doesn't make any sense. It does not cost that much to keep your body in shape. That's a ridiculous amount of money. And the dude's a millionaire. I understand. They got top-notch facilities already. They're already provided with a lot of these things from the team itself. So even if he hires a personal chef, personal trainer, and things like that, still, it's not going to add up to no $1.5 million. I'm glad he debunked this ridiculous myth, because it was ridiculous. And I told the fanboys that was trying to argue with me in the comment section, it didn't make sense. Now you hear it from the horse's mouth. He does not spend $1.5 million on his body. It does not cost that much. It doesn't. I'm glad he put that myth to rest.
Felt like 13, 14 that I was out there on the court and I was running past guys and jumping higher and, you know, making passes and doing things that the other 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds wasn't doing. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh shit, this could be it. This could be it. Yeah. This could be it. And like, I'm living in, you know, Section 8 housing. It's me and my mom, you know, we trying to figure it out. And I'm like, oh shit, if I commit to this, I can figure it out. I can figure it out for not only myself, but for my mom, get out of the inner city and make something out of it. So, you know, big time for sure.
And your friends. You've taken care of everybody. And I think that is one of the things that I love the most. You know, we have Rich on here multiple times. I love Rich.
The man.
He's been very good to us, but just like the way you take care of your people, the way you've kind of done everything is admirable. It never gets talked about, obviously.
No, I appreciate it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
First of all, I want to say that it is commendable what LeBron James has done with his friends. Rich Paul, Randy Mims, and Maverick Carter. But we've heard about this. This is not the first time we've heard about it. Stephen A. Smith, the very guy he's beefing with, has mentioned this on numerous occasions. He's even done interviews with these guys. We know all about his friends. What do you mean it hasn't been talked about? Why do y'all act like LeBron James does not get positive media coverage? It blows my mind that people act like LeBron just gets nothing but hate, never gets praise, the media never sucks up to this guy, never tells him how awesome he is. Stephen A. Smith has even called him an awesome father in the past. He criticized this one particular decision. That's not an indictment on you as a person as a whole. This young gets blown out of proportion. He has one criticism. We all gonna get criticized for something. One criticism does not define you. Him saying that about him putting that undue pressure on his son does not define LeBron overall as a father. That's just ridiculous. That's the world we live in, though. Any slight criticism of anybody is an indictment on their whole character and them as a whole person. It's just ridiculous. Fanboys in the comments, oh my goodness. All his homeboys just blowing this out of proportion. As a father, though, dude, he did not talk about this man as a father as a whole. He said that one particular thing he disagrees with. Every last one of us either it can be self-critical of ourselves as parents, or had certain aspects of our parenting that is going people may not agree with. That's just the way life is. We the things that we do. Even me as a YouTuber, there's certain criticisms that people are gonna have. It doesn't matter what you do, there's gonna be criticisms. If Michael Jordan got criticized, Patrick Mahomes gets criticized, Tom Brady got criticized. Everybody, no matter how great you are at your craft, will get criticized. So I don't understand this notion that, oh man, LeBron James, it doesn't get talked about enough what you do. Yes, it does. It gets talked about plenty. We all know that he put his homeboys on. It has been exhausted. It has been told to no ends. We know about this. Any person that's been watching the NBA and watching the NBA coverage knows about this. We know it's commendable. I've even said that LeBron has done a great job of cultivating a great inner circle. The people he has around him in his inner circle, his wife, to his homeboys, to the guys he put in business, none of them have embarrassed him. None of them have stolen money from him. None of them. We've never heard anything bad about these guys. They've done nothing but help increase his brand. He is good at selecting those guys in that inner circle. Great at business. Great at interpersonal, those interpersonal relationships right there. Those that are close to him, that's tight knit with him. You don't hear about them screwing him over, or him screwing them over. So I don't know why this was it needed to be stated as if, yes, you should say, yeah, we commend you for that. Don't say it hasn't been talked about, because it has.
And, it was I want to throw him under the bus. But the only inspiration like we had was like Jerome Lane, the guy who like dunked and shattered the backboard that played for Pittsburgh. He was from Akron, Ohio. Like we saw that and we was like, oh shit, that's an inspiration. And then I went through high school, and all my boys know this too. Like I went through high school and we was playing against the inner city kids because we went to an all Catholic high school. And fucking Jerome Lane was like hating on us.
So much for not throwing somebody under the bus.
7 years in Cleveland, I had some good years. Obviously, some great years. One was able to take the team to the NBA Finals. I was 22 years old. I had a moment in Detroit where I went insane, 25 straight, 29 out of 30, and took a team that you look back at our roster, you're like, what the hell? Oh, yeah. How was that even possible? That final season, I was like, I've maximized this potential. Yeah, I've squeezed all the juice out of this damn lemon here, and I know it. And in order for me to get to where I want to get to, I have to make a choice for my career going forward.
The funniest thing, I was on X, and some dude made a song, and we talked about this in the live. Somebody brought that up. Some dude made a song dedicated to LeBron James, a love song to LeBron. And as ridiculous as these fad boys are, LeBron is a fanboy of himself. This dude glazes himself more than just as much as his fanboys. He really does. Man, I did this and I did. I mean, it's cool to be able to say the things that you have actually accomplished, but to act as if you are the smartest dude in the room. Like in this next clip, you're going to see him disrespect the past greats. Oh, they were just bigger and stronger and faster than everybody else, and they really didn't think the game. Like they didn't. So you think you the first player in NBA history to think the game?
A lot of those guys that played the game or did not play the game, it was just they played the game while they were talented. I don't think they ever thought the game. I don't think they were ever smart. I just think they were bigger and stronger and maybe faster at the time, and they dominated. And when it was over, it was over. They don't. That's why I'm able to still play at fucking 40 years old.
Well, that's what everybody talks about.
Yeah, my mind is just like I can play the game because I can outthink the guys out there. And as my athleticism has went down a notch. Not a lot,
Yeah,
but a
look
notch.
slow. Don't you, a little fat too?
You know, as my athleticism has went down a notch, like I'm able to still bring up other facets of my game to be able to still, you know, do what I need to do every single night.
Me, I'm the best. Me.
Who are you talking about? You talking about guys specifically? You talking about Shaq? You talking about Charles Barkley? Like, the guys that are critical of you, you think they were just idiots. They had no idea how to play the game of basketball. Charles Barkley made it to the finals just because he was bigger, stronger, and faster. I guess Shaquille O'Neal won 4 championships just because he was bigger, stronger, and faster. He didn't understand the game. It's crazy to me. I guess we forgot about how intelligent Larry Bird was. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, like there was Hakeem Olajuwon. These guys all had basketball IQ. You're not the only player in NBA history. Bill Russell's basketball IQ. Will Chamberlain had basketball IQ. There are lots of guys who had surreal basketball IQ. Rajon Rondo, Jason Kidd. It's a lot of dudes that have high basketball IQ. You're not the only person, and it just didn't start with you, or it just didn't start with this generation. Plenty of guys. John Stockton criticized you. You think he had no basketball IQ? That's him and JJ Redick are kindred spirits because they both are arrogant. They both think that they know more than anybody that's ever existed in the game. So why don't you just coach the teams yourself? Since you know so much, why you won't just coach the team? You might as well be a player coach like Bill Russell. This makes zero sense to me. How this dude continuously kisses his own booty on TV. Then you get mad at other people that nobody else is allowed to insult you. You same fanboys that get mad at us for insulting your king. He has no problem insulting past greats. He has no problem insulting others. This is not the first time, the second time, third time. When you disrespect others, just expect that disrespect to be given back to you. We all see this. We see him constantly disrespecting past greats and other players.
You trying to tell me Giannis wouldn't be able to play an NBA game in the 70s?
I think
Handshake, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Giannis,
neither would you. Neither would you.
Giannis Antetokounmpo would have 250 points in a game in the 70s.
The philosophy of the game has changed, not the skill level in athleticism of players. That's a misconception. It's false. It's a marketing tool. There were great athletes. There were LeBron James level athletes even back in the day. Wilt Chamberlain was a freak athlete. Bill Russell was a freak athlete. Go back and watch their black and white films. Look how high Wilt Chamberlain jumped. He had a 500 bench press. The dude could run 4.6. He was fast. He was athletic. He was a freak of nature. But what was required of him was different than what is required today because the game has evolved from philosophy. You had trendsetters that changed the way the game is played. The rules have changed. There was a time when they couldn't dunk. There was a time when there wasn't a three-point line. There was a time when your hand had to be directly over the ball. There was different rules. There was a time when three-point shots were looked at as bad shots unless you took them sparingly. The game was different. Positions were more constrictive. Point guards, pure point guards were what they wanted. If you was a one, you facilitated. They did not want you scoring a bunch of baskets like the combo guards of today. That's why they call combo guards. Steph Curry would not have existed back then. But when Allen Iverson, who started off as a point guard, came through, Isaiah Thomas could score. So you had certain guys that changed the way they thought. There was a time when they said, hey, man leading the league in scoring would not win championships. Michael Jordan won 6 of them. He transcended the game. There was a time when they said big men. You needed a big man to win championship. Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas changed that philosophy. They broke that mold. Just like Steph Curry broke the mold of what's a bad shot. Which is still depending on how skilled you are. If you can't do it, if you're not Steph Curry or Damian Lillard, somebody like that, if you don't have that skill set, you don't need to be taking the shots that Steph Curry's taking. But he changed it, and he opened that door that, hey, if somebody can do it, let them do it. Guys transcended the game. Dirk Nowitzki transcended it. He was seen as soft, and they even after before he won a championship, that was the biggest critique. He's a soft European player. Now European players are dominating the league. Here's a 7-footer that's shooting threes. That's unheard of. Before Dirk, most power forwards is hitting those mid-range shots and on the block. Centers is on the block. They changed. There's guys that transcended the game. Allen Iverson and 1 loosened the way guys are able to dribble. That would have been considered a carry. What a lot of these dudes is doing they would have been getting called if you put them back in that era. The game, the players did not evolve. The rules did. It's just like when we were segregated. Here's a better analogy. We were segregated at one point. In this country, slavery was allowed. But the philosophy changed. Now, we're no longer separate but equal. We all intermingle with each other. That philosophy allows black people are not more intelligent now, more business oriented now, more whatever now. It's just now we're allowed the opportunity to do more. The players are allowed the opportunity and freedom to do more, to be more creative. Because of Dr. J and Jordan and Iverson and all these different guys that came through, Dirk, Kevin Durant, guys are allowed to do more. You're not just constricted to a certain level skill set. You're expected to be able to do more, and guys are. The way they play the game is different. If you guys will put under different rules, you would have to adapt your game to that era. Giannis gave the correct response. LeBron did it stupid. You guys don't think that your athleticism is so far of it and your game is so far ahead of its time. That's what you guys believe. Y'all are delusional. No, those guys just weren't able to do what you guys do. Because of them, you can do what you do. Because of those guys, you have the exorbitant contracts and first class flights and first class facilities and training and AAU and all these different things, because basketball is a profitable sport because of them. You guys get the luxury to study them. And a lot of those old school moves, you guys still use. It's not nothing new under the sun. These guys were doing some of the same moves y'all doing in street ball, but once they got to the NBA, they wasn't allowed. Rafer Alston would look phenomenal in this league, because he would be allowed to do the things he was doing in street ball. You guys aren't the first guys to have incredible dribbles. We had Hot Sauce and all those guys that were doing Kyrie Irving moves. Kyrie Irving learned some of his moves from Rod Strickland. These aren't new moves. You guys took what y'all learned from previous generations, added it to your game. That's what you're doing. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Anybody that's critical of LeBron don't know the game. Anybody that's critical of LeBron, in his mind and his fanboys' mind, don't know the game of basketball. That's the only conclusion I can come from that, is that they don't know the game of basketball. How can you be critical of me? I have the highest basketball IQ of all time. Like, come on now. You guys just don't know the game. Michael Jordan done the game, Larry Bird. Any dude that I promise you, if Larry Bird, Bill Russell, any of those dudes criticize him, well, that y'all was good in y'all era. Y'all know nothing about this era. Y'all old school. Y'all don't know the game of basketball. The game of basketball is evolved. It's changed. It's beyond your comprehension at this point. I don't care how long you've been watching it, coaching it, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. Even if a current player criticizes him, he doesn't have my basketball IQ. I've been playing the game longer than him. I've been playing for 22 years. 22 years I've been playing, so I don't care what he has to say. I don't care if he just won the championship. I got 4 of them. I got a high basketball IQ. I don't care if Steph Curry criticizes him. Me and him got the same amount of championships, but I went to more finals. This guy doesn't know the game of basketball like I do. He doesn't have a high basketball IQ. I mean, it's not as high as mine. It don't matter. Jesus can criticize his man. I know he's our Lord and Savior, and he's the son of the Creator. He knows everything, but when it comes to basketball, he doesn't know more than me.
You don't read those fucking books before the games, right? Yeah. All those books.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
You open it to the first page, and then you don't read those fucking books ever again.
Listen. I actually have finished those books.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, hold on.
Like if you were to hold this.
Hold on.
People say you would say you read it.
Mm-hmm.
This is how.
That's the art of winning.
Someone take a photo.
All right, take the photo, please. Pat, take the photo.
Yeah, we got it. I'll take it from this angle.
You probably read Rich's book.
We got her.
The first page.
Wow, holy shit. Braun read it.
And then that's it.
That's it. I didn't even talk to you guys this whole time I was up here. All I did was read the whole book.
Meteor Man.
That's it.
Now, as I conclude this video, we know Pat McAfee's agenda was to make sure that LeBron James comes back on his show. He's a fan of LeBron. He doesn't want to ruin their relationship. So he's not going to sit there and be like, well, tell me about one of the books you read in detail. Because if you read these books, you actually finished these books, you would have gave more of an answer than sitting there and just winging it like you did with the Malcolm X book. He was a very, very, very smart man. Like, we know you didn't read these books, dude. You ain't read them. People that read stuff, they can tell you in detail what they've read. So stop with the cap. Anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and if you really enjoy my content, share it.